Hello you juicy people, back as always with the free games this week video. First free game to play this week is Europa Universal 4, and I have to be honest, my brain is not big enough to handle the grand scale, complex and detailed strategy of this game. Maybe your brain has the extra RAM that mine is missing, and if that's the case, then send some to me, my friend. Anyway, the great thing about this game is that you can play as Native Americans and put those Europeans in reservations, and for that reason it's in today's video. But I have to warn you before you jump in, this game eats time like nothing I've seen before. I'm seeing reviews with 3, 7, 12, anyway we are sidetracking yet again. Europa Universal 4 is free to play on Steam until the 22nd of October, so head on over to their page and get ready to lose your kids, your wife, your job, everything you love, but at least you will restore the Byzantine Empire to its former glory. Next, we take a look at a work of art, a dark, witty psychological thriller in the horror game genre. A work of art consists of a 1 to 2 hour story-driven experience with visual novel features and RPG elements sprinkled in. To be honest, it's like reading a book, but scarier and with way less work. Here you follow a colorful cast of quirky characters through a twisted tale of beauty and darkness, it all to the sound of dark original soundtrack. Despite this bad boy being fairly short, I believe it's an atmospheric psychological horror experience that will strap you into an emotional roller coaster with no breaks. So if you like horror, my friend, buckle up and remember, no refunds for emotional damage. Next, we take a quick look at SUPERVIVE, where MOBA Battle Royale meets Hero Shooter. It's like the ultimate what if 3 games had a love child type of game. Here you will experience various scenarios, jump, glide, shoot, punch, bounce, nuke, spike your enemies in this free-flowing chaotic battleground in the sky. You face off in an all-out multi-squad teamfights where you take down boss monsters for big loot to get the W and run the hell out. The game is not out yet, but the developer wants to give you a little tasting in the form of a demo. It's like a snack before dinner, just enough to leave you hungry for more. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on free games and get them served to you in this quick and quirky setting, do us both a favor and smash the subscribe button with your forehead. And thank you. Oh, and as always, links to all of the games mentioned in this video are in the description and they take you straight to the deal, so no googling required. Next, we take a look at Muramasa Burden, where you wield a cursed katana to defend the world of living against the Yoki spirit from the other realm. A top-down adventure game about a world invaded by the Yoki spirits. The game's narrative is inspired by Japanese mythology and built in the genre of dark fantasy. Here, you will fight armed with the cursed sword on 2 unique locations with the multiple arenas and bosses in the end of each of these locations. The unique part of this hack-and-slash game is the health system. Instead of a typical health points that we know from other games, you have a timer which represents the curse that you have. And you need to defeat enemies in battle in order to receive more time, to defeat more enemies in battle to receive more time, and so it continues. The game was released just a few days ago and it's sitting in with 3 reviews currently, so we can't use that as a factor to determine if it's good or not. Next up, a new one for this channel. The channel virginity is being taken by a VR game. Let me introduce you to SkyStrikers, which is a fast-paced, high-skill VR competition where every move counts. I mean, if you're tired of using your VR headset to pretend you're dating a waifu or whatever that thing is called, then this could be a nice change of pace. The game is set up with the physics-driven mechanics and real-time positioning, which I have absolutely no idea what the hell that means. To me, it sounds like you'll be rolling on the ground and jumping off the walls. SkyStrikers is off to a fairly good start with 40 reviews sending it to the positive list, so I guess they must be doing something right. Next, we take a look at Shoot on Sight. The system built a world of injustice and oppression. Pressed up against the wall, it's now time to fight for its survival. Here, you uphold the law as an elite police officer or join the stagers to liberate the world, defining the future of society in this multiplayer isometric tactical shooter. I must say, I was going into this one doubting my life choices, but I was pleasantly surprised. The graphics are cool, the camera work is great, and the gunplay is fairly satisfying. If you're into top-down heist type of games, you'll have fun in this one. Listen, I have to tell you something. It's bad news for you and good news for me. On Tuesday, I will be placing my juicy butt cheeks on an airplane heading to the wonderful country of Morocco. And if you think that the family will let me do anything related to free PC games on this holiday, you are out of your goddamn mind. That means that next Sunday, I will unfortunately and for the first time in the history of the channel not upload a video on Sunday. It's sad, I know, but sometimes you just, gotta live a little. So by the time you're watching this, I would most likely be experiencing a cobra in one of the Moroccan souks, constipated on the amounts of chickpeas that I'll be eating, and removing the sand from every crack in my body. Anyway, that was the PSA or whatever thing that's called. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and let's continue the free games. Next up, we take a look at Space Auto Battler with the Starborne Frontiers. Listen, I do not understand auto battlers, but here you go. Starborne Frontiers is a free-to-play tactical auto battler with hundreds of unique ships. Here you have to form your fleet, customize it with a variety of equipment, and use strategy to create the perfect battlefield formation. It's basically a sci-fi chess match, but with lasers. Here you get to take on bounties, engage in PvP arena, and bring order to the frontier. I guess it's made to just run in the background while you do something more productive with your life. Anyway, it was released on the 14th of October and it's currently sitting in with mostly positive reviews. Next, I want to take your hand and take a quick jump over to the Epic Store where 3 games are up for grabs. Atome Eve, Kardboard Kings, and Moving Out. Now, Atome Eve has been free several times on the Epic Store before and I have never downloaded it and I still haven't touched it as of yet. I don't know why, it just doesn't, tickle the cherries in the right way. It's all about becoming Eve and taking control of your own path as one of the more powerful superheroes. Superheroes? Remember the ram thing I was talking about? I just got the blue screen of death in real life. Anyway, this is a neat little game with a surprisingly interesting turn-based combat. I guess if you enjoy Amazon's Invincible series or the comics, you'll probably enjoy this one as well. It's just a lot less diabolical and with a feminine appeal. Next, we take a look at Kardboard Kings, a game where you open your own card shop by the seaside. Here, you'll have the pleasure of buying, trading and selling cards, or keeping them for your very own collection. You'll earn reputation with customers and beat shop goals, new decor, stuff like that. Run a shop with the cards. And both this one and Atome Eve will be free to claim on the Epic Store until the 24th of October. Following that, both games will be replaced by Moving Out, which is available for you to claim starting October 24th. Are you ready for a career in furniture? As a newly certified furniture arrangement and relocation technician, you'll take on moving jobs all across the busy town of Paxton Moor. Your company, Smooth Moves, may not be the biggest moving company out there, but there's no task too dangerous or strange for your busy team of go-getters. Here, you have to grow your business to brave new heights and recruit colorful, customizable characters and save your town from furniture peril. Fun, interesting, and I actually might take this one out for a spin. Before we go, I just want to get your eyeballs on Dustgrave Prologue, which lets you experience the first few hours of Dustgrave, a sandbox RPG, which is set to release later this year. I think it's a really interesting RPG, and the cool thing is that you can actually start your journey in the prologue, change the world with your choices, and then continue playing with your save if you decide to get the full game once it's released. You will embark on an epic journey where you actually enjoy complete freedom in a dynamic sandbox environment. The world and its inhabitants will witness your deeds and react accordingly, adapting the narrative to your choices and delivering a very unique and cool experience. I really enjoy gaming with the consequence. And with that, we get to the end of today's video. Thanks a million for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, why not? Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.